Has anyone spotted what they done? What they did? Seriously, Etsy, I was just about to have a nap and then I heard about this. So thank you for everybody who tagged me in this and let me know what was happening. For those that don't know, I'll let you know immediately and then we can look into more details. And I would love to hear everybody's thoughts on this, so we can compile together the ideas of why this might not be a great idea. But what I'm wanting to talk about just now is Etsy's bringing out a new Star Seller badge. It should be on your dashboard. You should have got an email, just got an email about it. But I will show you everything. There is also a Q&A that you want to drop questions. I've actually linked to the Q&A on the forums. I've put the link in the what's that special word, in the comments of this video, in the description even. Yes, in the description of this video. So well planned. Professional YouTuber here. So get your questions into the Q&A. It's really important that we tell them what we think of this thing. So I wanted to get together, have a chit chat with everyone, find out what everyone's like first reactions for this are. I will keep an eye on everything and hopefully pull together more data on it. Just now, I'm kind of, yeah, it's not great. It has some issues. All right, I'll be totally honest. Before we dig into everything, what this really is, there's something on the floor that's annoying. I've got some junk on the floor because I was tidying up. So tidying up my craft room, never good. Anyway, my feelings. This is not a bad idea. However, I think it's been really badly executed just now. All right, let's dive into this and see what we think. Guys, I'll have chat open so I'll be able to see what everybody's saying. If you have something to tell me about this, if you think something about this. So hopefully that is sharing my screen. That is not the page I want it to be on. So let's, first of all, okay, guys, let me know if you see this okay. So this is what you should be seeing on your dashboard. Actually, this is really bad. This is like the first time in about 18 months that I've got 0 orders in my shop. I cleared everything out. I was looking forward to a bit of peace, but I'm probably going to have to change things up a bit. Anyway, so on your dashboard, it should tell you introducing Star Seller. This sounds so like primary school, kindergarten type thing. Starting in September, we'll be awarding badges to shops that slow down the sarcasm, Pam, to shops that have proven a record of offering excellent customer service. Read our announcements to learn more. And on your dashboard, you now have a new Star Seller area here. So yeah, okay. So that's what we've got. So I'm going to show you what they're telling us about it. We're going to dive into how I'm looking with it, how I've done, which is not good. And then we'll have a look at the Q&A. And hopefully I'll get all of your opinions here as well. CJ, hello there. CJ Dragons is in the house. And hello to everyone else who joined me. I know it's not usual to go live at a random time on a Wednesday, but it's Etsy's fault. So let's go through this together. They've given us a nice easy URL, etsy.com Star Seller. Star Sellers, celebrating the best in customer experience. I am really, really trying hard not to read this with sarcasm voice. Star Seller is a way to recognize and reward Etsy sellers who consistently provide an excellent customer experience. We've got the button to check your progress, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, Star Sellers come with rewards. Samantha, hi there. Samantha's in the house. I'm not panicking about Star Seller. It won't affect your ranking at this moment. Yes, at this moment. It's the bits to worry about in the future. Totally agree. Okay, stand out from the crowd. Starting in September, Star Sellers will receive a special badge, letting buyers know your shop has proven record of consistently offering great customer service. Now, this sounds like eBay has similar things. It's always had like a top shop sort of thing. I think Amazon has something. It's not a terrible thing, but it just comes down to what they consider great customer service. Is this something that's fair for all sellers, all types of items all over the world? You bet it's not. In fact, I need a little button to go like, Pam, stop with the sarcasm to have explained. More chances to be featured. Later this year, we'll promote some star sellers to buyers, making it easier for shoppers to connect with customers. Customer service all stars. So later this year, so this is telling us they're going to be pushing this for the Christmas time now. It's July just now. Going to look into this more. I think it's 3 months, or yeah, it's the previous 3 months that you're going to get your badge marked on. So July, August, September, October. So if you were very good boys and girls right now and really up your game, you might get the badge in time. And we don't know whether it's worth it or not. So this is a really dodgy thing. I'm worrying about this because a lot of sellers are really going to freak out. Whenever Etsy tell them to do something, they freak out and really do it. And they might really sort of hurt themselves is a strong word. But yeah, that might not be great trying to dive onto this. But anyway, opportunities for increased sales. We know that read, Pam. We know that from research that buyers value an excellent customer experience, which could help you get more sales and grow your business. So I guess is going to have like your top seller badge, whatever else, but beside your shop name, there's going to be a thing saying you're a star seller, I guess, which I imagine will draw the eye a little bit more, make you stand out. But I'm betting that all the top sellers on the first page are going to pretty much be getting their star seller badge. Samantha read it all sarcastically as well. I'm really trying not to. It's a resting sarcastic voice. How to become a star seller. So on the first of every month, teacher Etsy on the first of every month, beginning in September, we'll determine your eligibility for Star Seller by looking back at the last 3 months of your shop's performance. See our terms. Here's what we consider. So yeah, it's your past 3 months. So yeah, okay, so it is possible that you could accidentally kill your ratings just before Christmas. Whatever. Okay, response rate. Responding to customers within 24 hours of their initial message helps give them confidence in your shop, provides a great shopping experience that helps keep them coming back. Okay, it's not a bad thing to respond. However, firstly, that means nobody can take a day off. Sometimes just switch your computer off for a day and go to the beach or something. But now they're wanting us there. Okay, responding within 24 hours. They're giving us a day, but it's a lot to ask. Everybody needs a 24-hour period once a month away from the computer or something. And my other issue here is if you get a lot of spam messages. At the minute, I don't see any way to sort of close a message to say, okay, I've read this, but this does not deserve me typing. I'm not going to lie, I get a lot of messages from people who see me on YouTube and they found my shop and then they're going, can you rate my shop? Can you give me a shop critique or something? And sorry, no. And I'm probably not going to answer those messages because I get a lot of them. And also, the silliest thing, will we be hurt if your customer messages you answer them, they say thank you, you say thank you, they say thank you again? Are we going to be in this loop of having to respond to their thank you, to our thank you, because we've got to respond to their message? And then that's going to stop being good customer support. That's going to be creepy. That's the thought. 5-star ratings. Consistently getting 5-star ratings in your shop is key to building trust with new buyers. I think we could have guessed that high ratings was an important thing. The percent, I think I read it is 95%, so you are allowed some dodgy customers. Nobody's guaranteed 100% 5-star ratings all the time. If you're around long enough, we'll always get issues there. Delivery. Buyers love sellers who dispatch on time. That's fair enough. And include tracking on orders. This annoys me greatly because it's for a normal parcel in the States. I think it's pretty much standard that you add tracking. That's normal. But if you're sending a letter, do you add tracking? That's really going to increase the price. And also, everyone internationally, Etsy is biggest in the US, so most of us should be shipping at least to the US, if not everywhere else. But in the past year, shipping to the US has pretty much doubled already, which is fair enough. That's something we've just got to deal with. But if on top of that you have to add tracking, that just makes us way less competitive. Our shipping prices are going to have gone up like 4 times in a year. It's, not cool. So, and also, what about digital sell? People who email picture, like digital download, I'm sure they've worked out for a thing to do with that. But if you're doing custom digital work, it's not automatically downloaded. There isn't a clever way to say you've sent it without having to say I've sent it by some other method. And there's no tracking if you've just emailed something to a customer. So that sucks. It would be nice include tracking, or it actually turns up on time and the customers give a good review. Orders and sales. We know from research that buyers value an excellent customer experience. Becoming a star seller will show them you consistently go above and beyond, which could help you get more sales and grow your business. Now, the words in the title there don't match up. They are looking at the number of sales that you've had. So a tiny brand new seller cannot get a star seller badge, which I suppose makes sense, but this is going to mean the top sellers will get the star seller badge. They're already in the premier place being shown. So it's going to get harder and harder for the new guys. Is my feeling. Let me know in the chat, and I'll just check where we are in the chat. I check where we are in the chat and then get back into the next bit. Seahorse Crazy, love the name. Absolutely fuming. 44 not shipped on time, never shipped late. I am hearing from people that it's not right. Some of their numbers are just not right. It's done 2 random checks and Etsy stats are incorrect. Tracking info was uploaded the next day. You're very, very upset. Completely agree. I believe this feedback. You can mail Etsy and tell them that they've done a dumb thing. But yes, I'm hearing that. I mean, literally, I've barely known about this for half an hour, and I'm hearing from so many people that their numbers are just not correct. So that's a pain. Samantha, I don't know why I said that weirdly. I've got 100% on reviews and tracking. Awesome. 50% response rate because I ignore the spam. Yeah, and unsolicited messages from other sellers. I've had a lot this summer. Top tip, mark as spam or reply in the future. Yeah, okay, mark as spam. Hopefully that'll work. Okay, thank you. There we go. That covered me. But yeah, I mean, reply. Am I going to make a standard response of F off kind of thing? Leave me alone, you weirdo. Samantha, another great question. I have got the Q&A link in the description of this video. Please ask them if that 24 hours counts if your shop is on vacation. Obviously, that would be super unfair if you go on holiday for a week and you've told Etsy you're on holiday and someone messages you on the Monday, have you just lost your star seller badge? Because, or do you have to keep in contact all through your holidays, your vacation? Yeah. Seahorse checked the report spreadsheet and it's incorrect. Fuming beyond words. Yeah, hopefully they get this sorted out. I mean, the badges they're saying aren't going to be showing up till September. So they are giving us a slight heads up here, but this is really just a slight heads up so people can freak out and get angry. Seahorse have 100% 5 stars on over 6,000 orders. Been on Etsy for almost 10 years. Fantastic! Wow. Okay, yeah, you deserve the star seller already. I mean, I've I've got mainly 5 stars, but I have had the occasional interesting customer. Also, another thing to wonder about here, actually, because occasionally I've like had a customer that's given me a 1 star review or a 3 star reviews and messaged me immediately and said, "Oh, this was totally a mistake." But Etsy in their back end, when a customer changes from 1 star to a 5 star, in their back end, they don't count this change. So you'll see in tools like eRank, it'll still count the old review because Etsy don't update it. And in the ODR, the order dissatisfaction rate, which Etsy seems to have backtracked on very quietly, which I feel they might do with this. But in the ODR, that also, it wasn't changed. If the review was changed, it wasn't changed in that. So that makes me wonder as well, if a customer makes a mistake and changes it, do we lose our badge? And why are we fighting for a 5-star badge at school? Sarah, you ship every day and had 7 that supposedly shipped late. You sell greeting cards over 100 with no tracking, makes it impossible to get the star seller badge. Exactly, like a greeting card. It's depending on your country, it's like £1-2 to ship, to $1-2. It's not a whole lot to ship, but if you have to throw tracking on that, it suddenly becomes too expensive. I don't think tracking is relevant unless Etsy is going to do as a deal worldwide where we can all get tracking nice and free or nice and cheap. But yeah. Oh, Samantha, you think it only includes replying to the first message a customer sent you? I am certainly hoping that, but I want to find out. And don't be sorry for chatting too much. Love that. That's the entire point of this. I want your feedback as well. Literally. Oh, my screen's jumping. Literally, I've only just seen this, had a quick read through of it, but I want to hear what everyone else's thoughts of this are as well. Basically, it's always better if we can get together, think this through properly. Then when we fill in the surveys for Etsy and when we go in, and ask the questions and things, we've got a better idea rather than just the knee jerk. I don't want to say things are awful. This could be a really cool thing, but I think it does need some work. Emma, yeah, you've got a 75% shipping score, but have never shipped late. Yeah, they definitely seem to have issues just now. You always send a dispatch note and have tons of feedback praising my fast shipping. Yeah, definitely. If you're feeling this is wrong, and I'm hearing it from a lot of people, and I've only heard about this for, well, probably about an hour now. Colores, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but what a cool name. That's me. You do digital drawings. So doing a digital download with a PDF, telling customers the next steps when they'll get their files in the emails. Yeah, that's a possibility. You can just close off the order. But the problem with that is, well, no, you could still, you could still refund and stuff if it was already a closed off order, but it does make it difficult. I think it's really worth contacting Etsy and saying, what is happening here with custom digital work, because you can't send it tracked. They need to fix out the shipping thing. You need to be able to close. You need a shipping profile option that says it's digital. It's not going to be sent with tracking numbers and everything. Seahorse, yeah, it is disgraceful if you've been sending everything on time and for them to say not. Yeah, no. Emma's already filled out the feedback form. Yep, and Seahorse mailed them straight away. Guys, if you let me know what you hear from them as well. Carol Ann, digital items are not included in the shipping score. Well, that's good news. We'll see how this works. IB, isn't this giving isn't this giving buyers more power? I think it could be a good thing for buyers. It depends if you find it important. Like, it depends if the things that the sellers are being counted on, you consider important and that's something you want to see. So yes, it's given buyers more power, but is it giving you the power to pick the right person? I mean, if you had a choice, do you necessarily think, if you're buying cards, does it bother you the greetings card that comes with the star seller badge, or would you prefer fair shipping price? Personally, I know it's different in different countries, but in the UK, I'm perfectly happy with the idea that small, cheap items don't have tracking. It's kind of standard. Janice, did I say that right? Why is it giving me a poor score on shipping when I'm shipping early? Yeah, you don't even physically ship. It's all digital. So it does seem that digital isn't, if Janice is saying that you're getting a poor score, but all your things are digital files. So there's something wrong here, very wrong. Seahorse, I do give 100% no quibble refund and even ship a replacement as well as a refund. Exactly, that's it. We can do great customer service without necessarily doing it the way that Etsy thinks we're doing it. Samantha, it's supposed to not include digital items. Yeah, it seems. Janice, I wish there was another place to jump amongst other things. Seems like it might be time to jump ship. This is going to kill small shops. I'm not going to say don't everyone knee jerk. There's going to be changes. Any platform that you jump to, I 100% bet you any platform that you jump to that's going to be similar to Etsy is going to do similar things. A lot of them came about as kind of copycats for Etsy, and they're going to copy the things that work for Etsy. So unfortunately, this could be a thing, that you might jump ship to a different place and they might do the same thing. Unfortunately, Etsy is the best option that we have at the minute. It should not be your only option. It should not be your only source of income. Please, nobody have Etsy as your only way you're making money. That's all your eggs in one basket. That's a bit scary. But yeah, don't jump away from Etsy right this minute. This is the worst time because we're just about to start the uphill climb to the busy period. So guys, stick with it. Look, we were being told the free ship, had to do free shipping, and lots of people panicked and did free shipping, and other people said they were going to leave. I saw no problem with my listings for not doing free shipping. They announce these things and then go, well, that's the free shipping. That's kind of not so important now. They announce these things and just we're just forgetting about that thing. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Mel, the 24-hour response to spam, just put a dot or a full stop in a reply so it's classed as a response. Oh no, we could totally spam them back. Send other people's spam to the have you ever seen people do that with like spam snail mail type stuff? When you get a free envelope from a company, just stuff it with all the other free nonsense you got from other places, send it back to them. Yeah. Send spam back to the spammers. Carol Ann, in the US, a stamp is 55 cents and the cheapest you can ship with tracking is $1.20. Yeah, so you're doubling stuff just to get a star badge. Yep. Emma, I knew you'd be on this. I logged as soon as I saw this on Etsy and saw you online. Okay, well, cool. Thanks, guys. I got quite a few people message me about this. Courtney, how do we see our percent stats? I will show you all of this very shortly. I just want to make sure I'm catching everybody. John, we had a complaint of a customer because their order had tracking and it would have been cheaper to send with a stamp. Absolutely. Yeah, you can't please everyone. Mel, you sell on British Craft House too. Glad to have another outlet just in case it all goes. Yep, totally agree. There are other options out there to sell on. I've never got on with any of them, but yeah. But have something else, somewhere else to sell. Always be thinking, do a mailing list, social media, somewhere where you can gather your customers so you can direct them to other places. But even look at different streams of income. How can you make other money? We've got to think like entrepreneurs, not like Etsy sellers. Not without being rude. Etsy's not loyal to us. It doesn't have to be. It shouldn't be. So we shouldn't be loyal to Etsy. We use it for as long as it's working, but yeah, beat it if not. Courtney, this is the first place I've heard about this. Yeah, Etsy only told us about this like about a couple of hours ago. ask all your questions. This is the entire point. We can all sort of bash this out together and get it in our head. Jenny's digital items are included if you have custom files that get made and emailed to people, so you have to list them as physical item. Yeah, that's it. If you say, I never found a good way to do that on my digital custom files. Etsy doesn't seem to figure out that people do that, and there isn't an easy way to do it. Tanya, you've got 75% shipping score, and that's because I haven't sent 68 parcels by tracking, but I wouldn't have because it's not cost effective. Yeah, to have to send a card or a notebook from the UK to the US tracked. Exactly. So annoying. Right, okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna get on with a bit more of this, and then I'll get the rest of your chat. Thank you guys all for joining me. This has like been the most chat I've had. So you also have the link. So we're on the page just now. It's etsy.com/seller if anyone wants to look at that at any point. So we have the link to the forum. I've also put that link in the description of this video. Ask your questions in the forum. One of their ultimate guide article things, and Etsy Star Sellers Workshop. I was on the Etsy course again for this year, but I had to back out of it because they wanted too much from us. And I'll tell you, the poor Etsy instructors will have just heard about this as well, and they'll get to do a video with Etsy approved slides, but that's about it. But definitely, I mean, subscribe to one of the Etsy workshopy people, and they might be able to like join in a chat that way as well. But let's have a look. So here we go. We've got some more stuff. So questions, we've got answers. Have we got questions? What does it mean to be a star seller on Etsy? Star seller is a way to recognize and reward Etsy sellers who consistently provide excellent customer experience. We know that responding to customers quickly, dispatching on time, and getting 5-star ratings are important to buyers. Yes, those things are. Not seeing anything about sending tracked. Starting in September, Etsy will be rewarding sellers with a star seller badge. This will help buyers more easily identify, shop from these sellers. How do I become a star seller? What's the criteria? How often am I evaluated? On the 1st of every month, Teacher Etsy, on the 1st of every month, beginning in September, will determine if you become a star seller by looking at the past 3 months. Here's the points they consider. Yeah, I haven't mentioned this yet. So response rate, they want 95% of initial buyer messages. Yeah, who said that? It was Samantha that said that. 95 or more of initial buyer messages responded to within 24 hours. Okay, so we don't have to go down the rabbit hole of thank you. Have a great day. Love you, Mum. Hang up. No, you. Yeah, you've got it. So yeah. Come on. Right. Dispatch. 95% or more of your orders dispatch within your stated processing time and with tracking and an asterisk. Or with a postage label purchased on Etsy. I was going to say, is this all a ruse to encourage us to use Etsy postage labels? I was already going to have to move to using Etsy postage labels for my European orders to get the thing electronically added to it. Hmm. So buying a postage label, so they don't have to be tracked, or you buy a postage label purchased on Etsy. The only problem I have with that is, to my understanding, my little local post office that I've been supporting do not get paid if we send from an Etsy postage label. The Royal Mail don't pass that payment on to the little post office. So might have to have a word with Etsy about that. So the little asterisk, if you're a seller in the US or your shop currency is set to US dollars. So if you're a seller, yeah, okay. So, and with tracking, if you're a seller in the US or your currency is set to dollars, if you're outside the US or use a shop currency other than dollars, find out how we determine the dispatch data for your country here. Oh, I'm going in. I just spotted fantastic. This is cool. Okay, quick. Come on, where's the thing? On time shipping and tracking. On time shipping and tripping and shapping. Shows a percentage of how many orders were shipped on time. On time shipping means the orders were shipped. But come on. Shipping at least 90%. Orders of a certain value will need to have tracking or a shipping label purchased. Okay, right. Yeah, so over a certain... Here's the certain... Okay, so if your value of your item is £10 and above or $15 and above, then you don't need to have the shipping and tracking. Okay, that we've learned something. So it's not as horrendously bad as I thought. So yeah, cards and stuff, that's okay. And if we buy a postage label, so it is a bit of a con for Etsy to get postage labels. I literally just about 5 weeks ago bought a label printing machine, so it kind of works out for me. But anyway, that is interesting. 5-star ratings, 95% or more of your reviews have 5-star ratings. I'm calming down a little bit. They do need to fix out the incorrect data. Order sales and tenure, you must maintain 10 orders and around $300 in sales, depending on your currency, before postage and taxes in the 3-month review period, and have been on Etsy's platform for 90 days since your first sale. Okay. Yeah, so I've kind of got to make some sales because I've been very lazy. So that's the latest job for Pam. But anyway, that's hopefully this is all good. The data is updated daily and influenced heavily by factors you can control. Carrier or post office delays won't negatively impact your score. Cancelled and digital orders won't be included in your score either. The cutoff time is based on your time zone. It's looking a little better thought out. Providing valid proof of dispatching on time is also one of the criteria. Yeah, so they want proof of postage. So Etsy can help you. Your message response rate is based on the first message, not ongoing conversations, and messages marked as spam won't be counted. Okay, cool. Marking a convo as unread doesn't restart the clock or count a message you've replied to as new again. Okay, right. So it's not so bad. Yeah. So spam a message or reply to it. And then once you've done the first one, you don't have to reply again. Okay, that's all good. Right. I'm just going to check the chat a little bit more and then we'll get more into it. Janice, you downloaded your report and I'm dinged on my digital shipping time because my processing time is 3 to 5 days and I usually ship next day. Yeah, they need to check this out. Mark, who's checked their shipping stats? All of our late shipping were shipped on the same day, but show us a no. It really looks like these stats are incorrect. And everyone that's got a problem with this, fill in the feedback and tell Etsy. Yeah, Seahorse, you've had it. Samantha, I survived ODR. I'll survive this too. Absolutely. Take a step back and look at it with a calm head tomorrow. That is so important with all these things. I know it's tough when platforms make changes, especially look, if Etsy is the only platform you're on, then everything seems like, why are they fiddling? Why are they changing? But if you're on a few different platforms doing a few different things, you'll find out everything's changing all the time. It kind of has to. So yeah, we have to look at this. I wanted to come on and chat to you all because I knew everyone would be freaking out, or a large chunk of people would be freaking out. It's good to sit down and talk about it, look into it. If you need to, I mean, I had some conversations with people last week that kind of wound me up about stuff. And sometimes you've just got to take a step back and just go, I'm going to stop replying to this kind of thing. I'm going to stop thinking about this, and I'm going to walk on the beach, or I'm going to do something I enjoy. CJ, completely agree. Etsy needs to fix the problems first, such as buyers who sign in as a guest not being able to leave a review. It's not so much an issue. If they don't leave a review, then that won't count against you. And it doesn't seem to be. They're not saying we have a minimum number of reviews that have to be left, just that enough of them are 5-star. Oh, excuse me, voice is going already. Yeah, CJ, also forget buyers who get items early, having to wait days to leave a review and forgetting, or worse, the one that I hate the worst is when the post is slow and the Etsy system thinks that person should have received their order by now. I'm going to send them the email asking if they could leave a review. They send the email, the customer goes, well, I haven't got my item yet, so I can only give it a 1-star review. That annoys me. Sarah, thanks Pam for jumping early to this chat. No problem at all. I was astonished by the news this morning. I hope we all survive this. That is one thing. We will all survive this. Do you know, in some ways it's good. But yeah, I totally agree with that. Everybody calm down and think about it, because the people that don't stop and calm down and think about it and quit the platform, or, put the brakes on, hold off, don't do things just now. Some of these sellers that are going to jump off the platform are going to leave space for us. I hate to be so mercenary about it all, but if we stay put, we've got a bigger chance of doing well. So calm down a little bit. Emma, there's a good feedback survey form link at the bottom of the Star Seller page. I'm totally going to fill that in. Yes. CJ, yeah, not going to kill myself for a star badge. Providing good customer service, aiming for good reviews is all I aim for. I totally agree. Excuse me. Yeah. You guys will have probably noticed in a lot of these changes, I've not jumped on board. You don't have to do everything that Etsy tells you to do or suggests that you do. Yeah, don't. If it doesn't work for you to aim for it, don't aim for it. I'm only going to perhaps aim for it for funsies so I can make a video and tell you all about it. But that's about it. Mel, yeah, don't make a fast knee-jerk reaction. See how it plays out. The free postage they brought in cost mass panic. Oh yeah, I had a lot of emails about that. Yeah, Caloria's response rate 95% or more initial buyer messages are responded to within 24 hours. Awesome. Yes, initial messages. Yes, that definitely seems to be what it's saying. And I'm going to be marking the spam, all of the spam. Samantha, not tracked but using Etsy labels. That's bad for post offices. They will get 1p for scanning this label. I agree. I was enjoying supporting my local post office. Yeah. Janice, the one reason you feel this will kill small shops and their visibility is because the one criteria, the amount you're required to earn the badge. Yeah. Well, I am feeling not everybody is going to be able to have this star badge. I suppose if everybody did, then it would be meaningless. It's difficult for new creators. It's difficult for new sellers. and it's possibly going to get a little more difficult. I think that's just going to be another thing. You're going to have to be trying to drive your own sales, drive your own traffic even more. That's even more important. And also be looking to be seen in the keywords where there isn't that many big sellers, so you can start out little and claw your way up. But it's going to be tough. Feltique, I have 300 reviews and all are 5-star except for 2 4-star reviews, and my score is 88%. Etsy needs their math sorting out. Yeah, message Etsy. I mean, it is okay. It's that in the past 3 months, it's only counted in the past 3 months. So this is going to be an issue if you haven't got a massively high volume of sales. A single bad review is going to pull that down a bit. Melanie, so above 10 pounds, my screen's too tiny, needs to have tracking or be purchased through Etsy shipping labels. Nelly said a rude word. Emma, your dispatch time is 1 to 3 days and aim to ship the same or the next day. The seller data file says my expected dispatch date is next day. Oh, yeah, that might explain why some people are seeing it wrong. Yeah, definitely. Everyone that's seeing issues here, please email Etsy. Tanya, it is bad. It is. Well, I'm not going to go so far as to say it's bad. I'm going to say wait and see. Wait and see how many people initially get the badge. That's going to be an important thing. How many of your competitors get the badge, because we're only competing against the people that are going to be on the same page as us, so they have the same issues as us. So we'll have to wait and see. John, £10 above, £10 or above for tracking is better. Yes. All my orders are over £10 are too big not to go tracked. Yeah, that's fair enough for many people. I think it certainly helps a lot more people. Janice, what if you don't get messages from customers? You can't get a badge if you don't get customers messaging. I'm not sure. I assume that they're saying if people are getting the $300 in sales, that on average they're reckoning these people are getting reviews and getting messages. But I mean, 10 orders isn't a massive amount, and 10 digital downloads that nobody communicates with you for. Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Worth asking in the Q&A thread for sure. Samantha, that makes more sense in the small print. Yeah, I think Etsy likes to see the panic. You could be right there. Melanie, I'm in the Netherlands. A lot gets lost if you don't have tracking, so I only send track now. Yeah, a lot of people do. It works for. This is the problem with Etsy being worldwide: is what works for one lot of people doesn't work for another. Ray Wu. Sorry, that's just a cool name to say. I occasionally use Etsy labels. You're based in the UK and find the tracking is terrible. It only tells you when it's delivered, whereas the other carriers give a much more detailed tracking. Yeah, it really depends. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. The shipping labels through the Royal Mail should be the same as the Royal Mail ones, and they tend to be, it really just depends how good the other country is at filling them in. Because what happens with all your national postal systems is they all have an agreement with all the other ones that they will follow they will follow the rules for the parcels when they come across borders. But some of them are just like, okay, well, that's a UK parcel, we're not going to fill in the tracking, but they still gets delivered. But they don't necessarily get them in the great service. Like I hear all the time in forums, people are saying in America, oh, I contacted my tracking and the driver was able to show the GPS where it was delivered to. Like, we don't get that kind of service. Melanie, I understand them doing this before the holiday season. Etsy just wants some quality control. Yeah, I mean, this has definitely been put in for it to show up for the holiday shoppers. It's interesting. Um, Emma, I bet a few folk at Etsy we sweating round about now. Absolutely. Melanie, I'm glad they're testing it now instead of November. Yeah, I'm glad they're making changes in the summer, but this is really, I mean, if they're saying this starts in September, this is really to be there for the Christmas shopping. So it is kind of being tested for Christmas. Uh, Poupon, what a cute name too. Why do you have to be on top all the time? Why do the sellers need to pay more for being on top? You shouldn't have to pay more to be on top. Absolutely not at all. And you don't. Well, you don't have to be on top all of the time. You need to show up in the relevant searches really to make sales. Is the tough thing, unless you're driving your own traffic. And if you're driving your own traffic, then you're probably able to step away and have your own website. Image of the heart, if we're selling digital items, how can we provide tracking? Etsy is saying this shouldn't be counting for digital items, although we have had some people saying that it's not looking good for them. So you're going to have to message Etsy. But no, if you're selling digital items, that should not be an issue. Melanie, I want a button to state that I've already received my order. Yeah, for customers. Yeah, that would be cool. Mel, aren't these already some of the required percentages for the Etsy ODR? Etsy kind of, without saying they've done it, but they've sneaked away the ODR. That doesn't exist anymore. So this is the replacement. I should have guessed they were up to something. John, I have a regular customer who can't review, so she leaves hers on our Facebook instead. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, cool. That's still nice. That helps. That kind of leaving it on Facebook gives good reassurance for other people on Facebook. Poop on Crazy Cat. I have bracelets I work hard for. I don't want to sell it for $20. I want no less than 50. Yeah, absolutely. No, charge the money that works for you. Absolutely, nobody should be working for nothing. And this is a thing that many new people make mistakes with, is they think they're not selling because their items are too expensive, and that is rarely the case. That race to the bottom is not going to get you more sales. If you're not getting sales, it's generally because you're not being seen. It's not because your prices are too high. Charge the price you need for the quality of work. And I mean, see, with jewelry, selling it for the cheapest doesn't make your item the most desirable. Don't go crazy like overcharging, but if people are wanting to pay for quality, they're wanting to pay for quality. Louise, the star for how fast I reply to messages is not fair. I get a bunch of people asking for free products, so I don't need to reply or read to them. But now I'm getting graded. Yep, mark them as spam. Samantha says as well. Etsy's just told us here, if you spam the item, if you mark it as spam, it doesn't count. Yes. Melanie, just get a friend to message you hi to combat that. Yeah, this is it is asking to be gamed. Don't try gaming it, but it is asking to be gamed. CJ, you always send a message, send customers a thanks for buying message 24 hours of their purchase. Awesome. Yeah, that totally helps customer service. I have the automatic one on that says thanks for buying, but I don't do individually. But well, most of mine are custom, so yeah, I generally email them to ask what they want doing. Message, not email. I email them when they don't respond. Jem, do you know if the postage on Etsy is the same price as Royal Mail? It should be slightly cheaper because Etsy has a deal with Royal Mail. It should not be dearer. Melanie, so basically we have 3 chances to get the badge before Black Friday, 1st of September, October, and November. Yeah, pretty much. And for me, that's rubbish because I want my shop to be shut before Black Friday. Yeah, but yeah, you've got 3 chances, but really, yeah, I won't be able to. I was gonna say, like, my sales start picking up in September. If I was getting a badge, I'd want it by October, and July, August, I could possibly get an October badge. Let's see. Alright, that's it. Let's see. Pam, you have 3 months to get a Star Seller badge if you accept this this challenge. Right, okay, let's read the rest of these and get on to things. I did not expect I would be on so long. Thank you all for joining me with this, guys. This is super interesting. I'm learning a lot. So, what are the benefits of the Star Seller? Starting in September, we'll be recognize I think you mean recognizing, Etsy. We'll be recognizing sellers who meet the Star Seller criteria with a badge. Ooh. The Star Seller badge will be shown in your shop, signaling to buyers that they can expect an excellent customer service when shopping from you. The Star Seller badge will be shown in on your shop. So if it's not showing in search, it's not such a big deal as I thought. So when people go to your shop, but not all buyers go to your shop. Other benefits include more opportunities to be featured in buyer marketing and the opportunity for increased sales. Yeah, the opportunity for increased sales. They're just saying they think that buyers will be more likely to buy. But yeah, if it's not showing up in search, then someone who searched, see an item they love, go to your shop. Yeah, it's not as if that's all it is, it's not as big a deal as I thought it was. Guys, let me know what you think. Ooh, how did you decide on what's needed to reach the Star Seller? We're always doing research with buyers to find out what they look in a great shopping experience. These areas are some of the top things that matter to buyers when shopping on Etsy. Performing well in these areas could help you become a more successful Etsy seller. Here's how. Messages. Sellers who respond to buyer messages within 24 hours are 4 times more likely to make a sale than sellers with longer response time, based on conversion rate they found in 2020, the whole of the year of the pandemic. That's a good time to base your data on. Dispatches. Buyers are more likely to come back and shop from a seller that dispatches orders on time than dispatches orders late. Of course. Ratings. Buyers that leave a 5-star rating are more likely to come back and shop from the same shop than buyers leaving lower ratings. Yeah. Well, of course, you're going to come back and shop again if you like the experience. Order sales and tenure. Maintaining a certain number of orders, sales, and tenure helps establish confidence and trust in your shop, letting customers know you've a proven record on Etsy. Yeah, I don't see a single thing mentioning tracking there or customers being more happy when you use Etsy shipping labels. I'm starting to get sarcastic again. Will there be other Star Seller criteria introduced over time? It's likely that the criteria for Star Sellers may change over time. We'll be sure to let you know in advance of any updates. So, if we tell them what what we think in vast enough numbers, then they will take our feedback into account. But don't just knee jerk and say, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. It might not be hateful. Ooh. Does Star Seller impact my search ranking? At the minute in time, it does not. How can I view data on individual orders? What's the point of that? Anyway, okay, so is this bit? No, what am I looking for? Oh, yes, this is. So if you click on your Star Seller thing, this is what you see. I am not qualifying. That is for sure. I knew this wouldn't be. But yeah. And as I say, I've been so lazy this summer, so lazy with everything. So my orders are way down. So I've only got 2 ticks. So my message response rate is 50%. So yeah, I'm going to have to work on that. Unfortunately, yeah, I never think to spam things, and sometimes I'm really bad at replying. I just have a curl up and don't want to talk to people days, unfortunately. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but some days, like, messages just get overwhelming. So, okay, I will work on that. 100% 5-star ratings. Thank you, customers. Everyone's been lovely. Yeah, on time dispatch and tracking, and you can click on any of these. I don't think they have. Yeah, there's no personal data there. But yeah, 15 orders missing tracking info, but I processed them all on time. And again, yeah, on time dispatch. This is annoying for people who do custom things. Come Christmas time, or if I get a big burst, I'm going to be behind with my dispatch time. This happens sometimes, and it's never impacted my shop before. So I'm kind of mad that if I get a customer that is on holiday and takes a week to reply to me if they like their thing, or someone who's more particular and requires a bit of backwards and forwards for me to find out what they want, then I'm going to be starting to get hit with not having on time dispatch times, which is annoying. My orders were a bit low. I was actually planning. I've got a cool video in the planning for tomorrow. I'm sure I'm going to do it tomorrow if Etsy doesn't break something else. But I'm going to speed run designing, SEOing, creating an item, creating the listing, putting it up, and doing my social media, hyping it up in one day. That is what I'm planning doing for tomorrow. Yeah. And yeah, I made enough sales. So that's what we've got there. The other page I had open was the Q&A for the staff. Everyone, I'm going to say, like, go into that. We won't look at that today because I've been on for an hour, which is actually surprising for me. So we'll do the Q&A here in the chat at the side here. So I'll take your Q&A, I'll work through your questions, and then once we're done with that, then that'll do for today, because I did not expect this to actually go this well. So thank you so much, guys. But yeah, so that is, if anyone who missed the start of this is us talking about the Etsy New Start seller system. I think we've learnt quite a bit in the past hour anyway. So starting September the 1st, Etsy will be looking back at your previous 3 months of data to find out if you're answering 95% of your customers' messages. If it's spam, put it in the spam, and it's only the first messages. If you are dispatching on time and either inputting your tracking numbers for items over £10, or you're buying Etsy labels, 95%, I think that was as well. What other things? If you've made over 10 sales in the 3 months, if you've made over, it roughly works out about $300. If you've done all these things, then you'll get a shiny star, the star seller badge that will apparently be on your shop. So I think it's something you could, like, boast about in social media and stuff, but it doesn't seem to be showing up in search yet. Etsy have said as well they'll be featuring star sellers more, so that'll probably be in mail outs, in social media and stuff. So without breaking your back on it, it might be worth aiming for. But if you can't do it, it's probably not going to hurt you. I mean, it's about 8 or 9 years since the last time I was featured on Etsy. It was wonderful when they did it. It gave me a huge amount of sales and stuff, but we can't base our shop strategy, our selling strategy, on getting featured by Etsy. That's not a thing. And I'm pretty sure being featured in one of their mail outs or stuff is not as big a deal as it used to be when you got featured on the front page of Etsy. Like, that was terrifying. So I'm just going to check the rest of the chat, and then I will give you your I'll give you the rest of your evening. Okay, sorry, my chat totally jumped, so I'm having to scroll up like miles. But guys, thank you so much for all being on. This has been great fun to do. Gem I'm loving your names, guys. If I've said your name incorrectly in this chat, I apologize, I'm awful. Um, yeah. Yeah, Samantha, yeah, Royal Mail and Etsy are the same price unless you have a business account and not a click and drop account. Brian G, hello there. Tis my YouTube pal. Um, good to see you. I know I'm surprising everyone with a unplanned live. That's the word. That's an unplanned live. Samantha, you're doing awesome, Pam. You know, you'll have to do this again tomorrow on eRank Live. Oh, yeah. I was potentially going to have a day off of the eRank Live because my live part, for those that don't know, I also work for eRank, and which is a tool to help Etsy sellers. I'm not sponsored when I talk in these videos. My ideas and information is my own. But once a week in the eRank Facebook group, myself and Starla Moore, a friend and another YouTuber, we go live to talk about all Etsy and eRank type information. It's usually on a Thursday. I was not going to go live this week because Starla's away, and Anthony, the eRank creator, boss man, he'd said we could take a day off. I might, I'll talk to people and see if I have to go live. Starkey, I checked my receipts and it lets me enter the tracking numbers where you hadn't. I wasn't able to do this before. Oh, that's interesting. I'd always been able to put in the tracking numbers. Emma, we knew we could count on you, Pam. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone giving me this heads up so we can get on and talk about it. It's actually, I was not raging, but a little bit wound up about this whole thing. So it's actually nice to come on and talk it through with all of you guys. So I hope it's helped you as much. Jem, do you think it will be detrimental to our shops if we can't reach star seller? From what I've been reading there, if it's not going to be seen in the search page, it's not going to impact your ranking in search. I don't think it's going to be detrimental. It might convert a small amount more of people that find your shop, go into your shop and see the badge. That might impress them slightly. But if it's not being shown on the search page and it's not impacting your ranking in search, I don't think it will make a huge difference. I think some people who hit star seller and are featured by Etsy, that will help them, but we weren't going to get featured anyway. So I don't think it's as big a deal as it felt like it might be. If they start showing it in search, if it's beside your name, you know, where you've got like a badge that will say bestseller, if it also says top star shop, which is what I was expecting, then that might make a slight difference. Like if a person sees several items that are very similar, they might want to go with the top seller, the top star. That sounds so childish. Oh, 4 gold stars. Um, you can see why I'm not in the ETU program this year. But I can see that might encourage people a little bit. However, what we should all be aiming for is being unique. Don't try. You've got to be found. You've got to make things that people are wanting to buy, but don't try and make things that are exactly the same as other people and to be trying to compete against all the other people by being the same. Then yes, that seller badge will make a big difference. But if the only place that someone can get your quality and your style and buy from you is from you, then no, that badge is not going to make a blind bit of difference. I mean, it might help a tiny bit. Customers will feel a bit better, but if the only place you can buy a sculpted, a felted sculpture from me is from me in my shop. So if people are looking, there's my unique selling point. There's other needle felters. They're not the same as me. So I've never felt competition from all these other people. If people like my style of original art, they will buy from me regardless of whatever trickety smoke and mirrors that Etsy do. If you're selling generic supplies that you buy off of Alibaba, then yes, you have to be the best shop at selling them. Sorry for anyone who's selling generic supplies off of Alibaba, but hopefully you get what I mean. Um, Samantha, you cannot use your superstar status on business cards adverts in your shop because it may change each month. Yeah, I think I'm betting they'll give us a little, brag about this on Facebook when you get it. But yeah, you can't put it on your business cards because you could lose it. Melanie, will there be a badge on your shop icon on the item page? No idea. Don't think so, but I don't know. Samantha, pointless. Yes. Um, Emma, I downloaded that file and it tells you what orders failed the shipping score. That's interesting anyway. CJ, a thumbs up for the yeah, everyone, thumbs up for the sarcasm. So I can't help it. Sorry. Louise, can't you change the dispatch time on each order so you will not be late? Yes, you can. The problem with that, I believe you can only change it once, but I never like doing that anyway. It's not good. The problem, right? I've been seeing a lot of people have been saying, I can't get hold of a customer. I can't do this. I've already shifted the shipping time. I've already shifted the processing time. What can I do? Should I cancel the order? And we've always said, well, no, you don't need to cancel the order because it doesn't matter if the customer, like if a customer says to you, oh, can you just hold it for a couple of weeks now? People used to be able to go, okay, we'll just hold it. That is good customer service. The customer is asking us to do something. Now you're going to have to cancel the order not to lose your superstar rating. I mean, okay, my processing time's at 6 weeks just now, so that might be what we have to do is put your processing time to something ridiculous because customers don't read it anyway. I've had people message me like a day after the order, a day after they've sent me pictures of their dog going, when are you shipping? Like, did you read anything? 6 weeks time or before, but not tomorrow. Melanie, yeah, I think people might make their dispatch time very broad around the holidays. Absolutely. And yet, CJ, you can change your dispatch time after the order. Samantha, oh, thank you. A day off E rank. Not exactly a day off E rank, but not necessarily the not necessarily doing the live. Samantha, I'll go in the E rank tomorrow and link this video. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, you're so sweet. Samantha, gold star stickers. Hey, maybe that's a thing that people could start selling. You could like have your planner sticker to say, I got my Etsy gold star today. Emma, a bit like the star symbol you get on eBay, kind of like a buyer reassurance thing. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what they're aiming for. Like this is a superstar shop, but and I think on eBay you can't see it till you click into the item as well. So this is kind of similar. It doesn't put me off buying if it's the only thing there to buy, but if you've got two identical listings at the same price and everything else is the same, the starred buyer might kind of push you over the edge, if that makes sense. Push you over the edge to buy, not like, yeah, that sounds dodgy. So yeah, that's my take on. I just guys, thank you all for joining in. I just meant this to be a quick first look, but it seems that we got wound up, we got calmed down again. So it's all been pretty cool. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Come back, leave your thoughts in the comments if you have any extra thoughts. Click on the link in the description to go to the Q&A and put your things there. Fill in the feedback form, and especially if your numbers are wrong, message Etsy. Don't let them start this thing properly without making sure that the details are proper. Oh, Goice, sorry, I don't know how to say your name. You sell decals that you ship with a stamp. So all of those show is sent with no tracking. How can we fix this that it doesn't count against us? If it's below, we just discovered this. If it's below £10, $10 type mark, then you should be okay. Somebody remind me, we saw what it was saying about if you were in the US, it might be different. But if it's below £10, I think you're okay. $10, I think you're okay. And also, you're okay if you send with Etsy shipping labels. Very big con for them to get you to buy Etsy shipping labels, and especially right, yeah, this is because not all countries still have Etsy shipping labels, but yeah, I'm seeing this as a little thing to force us into getting Etsy shipping labels. So I'm going to have to try them again. I tried them when they first arrived in the UK, and I made a video on it. I actually went to my usual post office. The first time they accepted them, the second time they said they had been emailed and they were no longer allowed to accept them. They told me to try another place. I tried two different post offices in two different towns. In three different, I went to three different towns. I went to the Royal Mail parcel, the parcel pickup place. I didn't know you could also post from there, but you can. And the first place refused it. I went back to my post office. They told me to go to the one in a different town, the Royal Mail place in a different town. The guy was about to refuse it, and I'm so embarrassed. I burst into tears, and he took it. But I was just like, seriously, somebody's got to take this. So yeah, it took me all day to get them posted. So I haven't tried again. I'm going to try again. Am. Yeah, it'll take away from supporting our local post offices. I know it, it's really sad. Like my post office has been awesome. Mel, it'll be fine in the end. Yeah, actually, these are great words to finish on. Yes, it'll be fine in the end. I'm just going to keep creating, listing, and selling, and Gold Star be damned. I totally agree. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, I will think about this, stew on this some more. Give me your questions, and we'll see what Etsy has to say if there's any updates about this. But thank you all so much for joining me. Total surprise. I didn't expect anyone to be here. So thank you so much.